Tonight, only on Fox, Hollywood's fascination with the wild, wild West goes back more than a century.
Yeah, in fact, some of Arizona's most notorious outlaws and gunslingers have been immortalized on film, including Wyatt, Earp and Billy the Kid. And tonight we take you to one of the oldest movie sets in Arizona, home to several iconic westerns.
The Mescal Movie Set is just east of Tucson, and it has sat dormant for years, but efforts are underway to restore the old ghost town to its past glory. Fox 10 photojournalist Joe Tillman and Goodwin take us on a tour.
My name is Mark Sankey, and I am the Director of Media and Marketing at the Mescal Movie Set. It's about 70 acres. It actually, the history of the filming goes back 70 years. Although the set was not built yet, the land in this area appeared in Winchester 73 with Jimmy Stewart. It was in the Big Country with Gregory Peck. It was in Cimarron with Glenn Ford. That was all in the 50s and 60s. Now in 1968-69, they started to build the set and all the buildings for a movie called Monte Walsh.
Matter of fact, I heard a lot about you. Not all of it bad either.
After that movie was shot, and the next movie starred Frank Sinatra with Dirty Dingus McGee, and it went on from there. This had a different feel, whereas when you got to Old Tucson, and all the movies and some of the John Wayne movies filled there, you had the historic look of the saguaro cactus, and you had the mountains in the background and the sunsets against the mountains. This was more of an isolated location. It's the high desert, the elevation about 4,000 feet. You don't have the saguaros, it's more the grasslands and the mesquite and the mountains off into the distance. So this is more of an isolated type of feel. What's interesting about this set, it's not all facades. All these buildings are basically full buildings with interiors and that type of thing. They were looking for the high desert. Bob Shelton really loved this set. He loved the look of the set and such. A lot of the buildings here are original. I mean, they were here for Monte Walsh in 1970, and they're still intact and being used.
My name is Lorelei Redmond. I am the resident historian. I also take care of our costumed interpreters and our tour guides.
All right, youngster, out you go.
The building I'm going to take you into in the movie Tombstone, this was used in two different scenes. If anybody's familiar with that movie, in one of the opening scenes where Wyatt Earp pulled out Billy Bob Thornton's character, was right over here. You might recognize the wallpaper. So that was over here in this corner, and the bar was set up right here.
Don't come back. Ever.
This is the Redemption Saloon. This was built by Sharon Stone specifically for the movie The Quick and the Dead, so a lot of people will recognize this right out. And it's our most recognizable building. I think the reason also why it's so recognizable is it's just so big. And it was a center point of the movie. Of course, Gene Hackman's house was over here and that blew up, but this was the central spot where a lot of the wheeling and dealing went on in The Quick and the Dead. A lot of people will be surprised at how big it is inside. It's actually a pretty good sized building inside, and so we can use it for a lot of different things. It's 3 stories. It's just very recognizable. It's the thing everybody sees when they drive up.
Gentlemen, I'm not gonna allow any trouble.
This is the famous walk from Tombstone. In the movie Tombstone, this was when the Earps and Doc Holliday walked down to the lot next to the OK Corral and got into a gun battle with the Clantons McClowrys. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow that walk as per the movie. That's the other thing everybody has to remember is we're historically accurate in terms of movies, not in terms of actual events.
The volunteers are people, and most of them are local, but we have had people from California, Colorado, Texas that have also come in to volunteer. A lot of them are Western movie fans, and they just don't want to see this place fade back into the desert. They're tearing up boardwalks, they're pulling nails and screws out of wood, they're cleaning up brush and that type of thing, and it's an incredible group of people. We want to maintain this and continue its use as a film set. We'd love to do more movies. We'd love to do TV commercials, TV episodes, music videos. We wanted to include it as a film set, but we also want to open it up to the public. This set was never really open to the public other than maybe a few odd weekends a year, but we want the public to be able to come in.
That is so cool. A lot of movie history there. If you're interested in taking a tour of the Mescal Movie Set, they are expected to begin taking reservations soon. We've got all that information on our website, fox10phoenix.com.